You're the only one that makes me wait all the time. Oh yeah, blow my mind. Boom, boom, and blow my mind. You're the only one that gets under my skin. You're doing damage, and nobody's ever been. Do I gotta chase you every summer? Can I have to replace you every summer? You're the only woman on my mind. You're the only way I spend my time. Tick, 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 boom. Can't get you out of the room of my head. Take two, is it too soon to get you into my... I want you now, I need you off the ground. I want you not loud, I want you right now. I can't help it right now.
You're the only one that makes me wait all the time. Oh yeah, you blow my mind. Boom, boom, and blow my mind. You're the only one that gets under my skin. You're doing damage, nobody's ever been. Do I gotta face you with another? I'll never replace you with another. You're the only man that's on my mind. You know that nobody right. Tick, 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 boom. This ain't a honeymoon. We all night instead. Sleep until noon. I still assume that you'll be in my... I want it here. Don't make me wait all year. Already facing my fears. Come closer to my ears. I gotta hear it more clear. You're the only one that makes me wait all the time. Oh yeah, you blow my mind. Boom, boom, and blow my mind. You're the only one that gets under my skin. You're doing damage, nobody's ever been. You're the only one that makes me wait all the time. Oh yeah, you blow my mind. Boom, boom, and blow my mind.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. The fans are filling the seats out in Boston, the site of our broadcast, and where the Celtics will be going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, this is their first time playing this squad so far this season. Last year, they had a winning record against them, going 2-1. And the rapid rise of Coach Brad Stevens. Great schemes, calm, cool demeanor. Big fella, has he done enough to be considered elite?
What he did with the Celtics after losing Hayward was amazing, Ernie. His teams always compete hard.
Well, it's tough to put him in a category like Popovich or maybe even a Kerr because those guys have won rings. But no doubt, Stevens is among the top coaches in the NBA.
And now we send you out to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
It's the home of the Celtics here in Boston as 2K Sports brings you today's action live. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge. And tonight, joining us here courtside, 15-time All-Star Kevin Garnett. Kevin, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you, man?
You look like you could play right now.
I can. Probably not 30 minutes, but I could get out there and do a little something.
Your mind says yes, and maybe the body says
the body's
yes.
like, what are we doing out here? What? That's a whole nother thing.
Celtics make a quick stop here in front of their Boston fans just one game before heading back out. Well, they're entering a bit of a soft spot in their schedule, facing off guys against some of the lower-ranked teams in the league, and we'll see if they're able to take advantage and have their win total.
And you know, for Boston, not a perfect start to the season, but they're in a position where all it takes is one modest winning streak to jump into that tough spot.
They're lacking a little bit of fire so far this year, and we've seen that before. For a team of their caliber, it can be tough to maintain that intensity for each and every game in the early part of the going.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, Kyrie Irving is excited to leave Cleveland for a bigger role in Boston. He said, challenges are what makes us most human. Conquering fear of failure, showing people you're the best, and that you've prepared for this moment. Those are the things that interest me. Kevin?
Yeah, he's wired differently, D.A. Thank you. Kevin, you talk a lot about passion, but also fundamentals. Who are some of the guys you faced that had great footwork that you admired and maybe even picked something up in terms of footwork after watching them play?
You know, footwork that jumps right out at me. Charles Barkley had really good footwork.
Interesting.
He was 6'4", undersized.
Yes.
He was able to use his body a lot. He was very physical. A lot of people don't know Charles Barkley had an unbelievable vertical. Tim Duncan had really good feet also. Rasheed Wallace had really good feet work. Shaq, believe it or not, I didn't really guard a lot of Shaq, but Shaq had a really good feet. You know, you can really go through the whole catalog of guys. I'm thinking Zach Randolph because he was always opening up. Chris Bosh had really good feet.
Great names. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. We've got Thompson. Hood out there with Sexton. And it's Nwaba in at the 4 spot. Out to the wing. Pass to Hood. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
You got to remember, Rodney Hood, 6'8", so he has the size needed to be a factor on the inside if he stays aggressive.
A nice shot by Irving.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
Now, here's Thompson. Really struggled in the loss against Oklahoma City.
Thompson doing a good job looking for his teammates, using his size to see over the defense.
Here's Brown. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Here's Brown. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Here's Osman. No good on the 3. The Celtics have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. The baseline J. And that one's good, Irving. Irving's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, I feel like he uses the dribble to set up his rhythm for the mid-range shots like that one. Kyrie knocks another in.
Buries it down low.
You have two things working here, the turnover and then the excellent finish.
And good job of transitioning end to end there. There was no hesitation.
Now here's Hood. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City. Pass to Sexton. Hood with it. Guarded now by Morris. Hood, the pass to Nwaba. 2 on the clock. Bangs home the trifecta. Sexton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Irving. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start. KG, you had so much success as a high school player. In fact, you were on the cover of Sports Illustrated. How about that, huh? How about I can see the picture in my mind's eye right now?
Kid, that fell in my lap, man. That wasn't something that I was striving for, but who doesn't want to be on the cover of anything? And nonetheless, that's I. And I was more than giddy-eyed and glitz or whatever you want to call it. Listen, very special moment for me. A lot of people don't know you have to get permission to be in certain neighborhoods, and we got permission to be in the neighborhood. We got the shooter right there in front of Farragut, which is very dear to me because of the transformation and the stuff that I have been through and where I was at. You know, I hold Farragut a very, 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 very special place in my heart. So it was important for me to have it on the cover.
Check out stats for Al Horford. Some impressive play from him over the last month. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And every team needs a good backup big to spell the starters, and that's what he brings to the table.
The role consists of rebounding, setting screens, protecting the rim. Anything else he gives you is found change in the couch.
Now, here's Sexton. Coming in off a 21-point game, his last outing.
And you see the speed, the athleticism, and scoring ability of Sexton. Special. A guard with a fantastic skill set and loads of potential.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And the first one drops. So he gets them both.
Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
Here's Irving. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
It's pretty simple. I figured it out. He can't miss. Adding to the lead with ease and capitalizing on every opportunity. He can't miss.
And Kevin, to see you come in straight out of high school into the NBA, you forget that it was so historic because we had not seen a high school player in such a long time.
Right. Yeah, at that time, it was 20 years before anybody had ever thought of the idea. I figured that I had the work ethic and the passion and the appetite for it. I never looked back. I never second-guessed my decision. But when I did second-guess myself, it got me in the gym and changed it.
Greatest picks in the history of the draft.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Sexton kicks to Thompson. Cleveland moving the ball around, and Sexton slams it in.
Yeah, Hood does a good job there of surveying the floor and being ready to deliver the pass.
And now, the first timeout called here for Boston. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at Boston. They're 6th best right now, looking to make a move up in the standings. And, of course, the Cavaliers, 6.5 games behind them.
And for Boston, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they'd hoped they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
Here's Hood, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And here's Hood, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Kev, talk about the characteristics needed to be a winner in this league.
Appetite. How much do you want this? Can you push through that pain right there? Are you going to dive on the floor? You're going to do the small things. Are you going to double down? Are you going to be in the spot when you're supposed to when you're supposed to be there? Know my bags. All this goes into winning. And then you need a little luck. You do. And you need an appetite. You need 15 guys that's willing to push through anything at any moment. That's the difficult part of winning.
On the same page.
On the same page, all 15 thinking the same thing.
Yeah. It sounds daunting.
Listen, people think that, oh, man, why can't you have 15? Because it's 15 guys thinking 15 totally different things.
Yeah.
And that's the difficult part of being a coach. That's what I'm saying. Being a coach is one of the hardest things to be because you got to take 15 perspectives and get them all in one and then go forward with the same velocity like you want to. It's frustrating.
The Cavaliers shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Celtics leading by 6. Irving attacking. Yep, it counts. Irving's got 16.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Sexton the pass to Osman. To the inside. Sexton's shot is good. 9 points in the game so far. Sexton's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Here's Tatum. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now, here's Sexton. He's covered by Irving. Here's Osman. 14 points from him the last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there.
And David Nwaba picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Kevin, listening to the value you placed in preparation, practice to you was obviously important.
Practice to me was very important. Preparing was very important. You know, scouting reports, being clear, understanding rotation, understanding what the goal was, understanding the plan. Like, I took all that to heart because I had to be the relayer of that. I had to articulate that to players. I had to be the one in pick and rolls calling out the coverages and stuff. And if I didn't know that, then, you know, Rondo, the guards, they didn't know. So
they were going to get blasted.
I had to be on top of that. So that was part of the responsibility, one of my responsibilities, of just being a professional and being ready for fun.
And when you got someone putting on a show like this, I mean, in the first quarter, you have got to be kidding.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
He's checked in for Hood.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Sexton. He's around 14 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
From all the whispers that we've heard, he's been working hard on his game. It just has not showed up yet in the box score.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's coming off a 25-point game against Oklahoma City. Here's Osman. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And Kevin, you think about all the individual accolades you won, the MVP, the Defensive Player of the Year award. Where does the title NBA champion rank on your personal list?
Being an NBA champion is everything. If I didn't win any of that individual stuff, I would be totally fine with just being an NBA champion.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. Marcus Smart comes in for Jaylen Brown. Ante Zizic is checked in for Cleveland. Nance comes in for Jetty Osman. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
I feel like Kyrie is just never afraid of the challenge in front of him. The tougher the situation, seems like the tougher he plays.
No good from Zizic.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Hayward. Here's Tatum. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Sexton kicks to Zizic. Nance. And the jam by Larry Nance.
So fun to watch Larry Nance Jr. get up and be in flight.
Irving drives in, up and in on the layup. Irving's got 25 points.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Irving with the steal. Finished off the break.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Here's Nwaba. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. The shot's good. Sexton's got 11.
Yeah, this team would be in some bad shape, guys, if he wasn't scoring like this right now.
Hayward finds Horford. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And the Celtics lead by 17.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
And with a quick break in the action, let's now take a look at the top rookie free throw shooters in the NBA. Collin Sexton on top.
He doesn't miss that many, does he? I mean, great skill level to go with his obvious talent. He's taking full advantage every time he draws a whistle.
Now off the inbound. And deep, Irving drops it in. He has 29.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Kevin, you think about the work that goes into being an elite player. Describe that. What did you try to accomplish?
What are you going to do in these positions right here? When they trap you, how are you going to get the ball out? When you're not trapped, when you're one-on-one, what are the moves you're working on down here? Okay, on the right block. Okay, what about the left block? What about the top of the key? You get an ISO top of the key, what are you going to do? 5 seconds, what are you going to do? So you have to invest in yourself. After you get done with that, that's probably 45 minutes to an hour. You go in, you shower, you get done with that, you take your behind home, you sit, you rest. Now you, obviously, as a person, you're living as a human being, your everyday life. But yeah, it's a lot.
Sounds exhausting.
It is, but it is a cycle that you are able to create for yourself. And once you're in it, and it turns over like an everyday. You know, this is what you do every day. Sort of like a routine. And once you get that routine, it is what it is. And I was able to keep a routine for 21 years.
Amazing.
And you know what?
21 years.
21 years, I added things onto my routine, but if you ask anybody to play with me, they see my routine. I did my routine every day. Never missed a day of not doing my routine.
Yeah, nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, Tatum plays with a lot of confidence. He feels like he can take on anyone and already proving to be a great leader at his age.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Aaron Baines comes in for Al Horford. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Irving. Cleveland also making some changes. Burks comes in for David Nwaba. And Andrew Harrison subbed in for Sexton. Both shots good from the stripe. The Cavaliers trail by 21. Here's Harrison. Inside, here's Burks. And Rozier pulls it down.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
It's good.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And Kevin, your time with the Celtics, you had the big four, even when you consider Rajon Rondo. There had to be a leader. I know you guys all deferred to Paul because he was there.
But this is, think about it, though. We all shared in different types of leadership. Paul Pierce was a great leader in all that, what you possess. I was more vocal and more energetic. Ray was more wise and more of wording and understanding of concept and what we were all there for, and constant reminding, not to say that you didn't have some young ones buck back or whatever. It's part of it. In that whole thing, we're all learning something. We're all adjoining. We're all syncing each other, good and bad. We're learning how to talk through things. Things that, you use in your everyday life. Things that we use in our locker room, we were able to take out of our own and use in our everyday life and communicate better and not be frustrated and let you go and hear your point and then hear it from your side. A lot of good points in what we did, man. Seriously.
Life things, too.
True growth. True growth when you really think about it, True growth. Real
Amazing.
time.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Here is Nance following the bucket by the Celtics. Burks' shot is good. Burks has got his first points of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Count it.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And stolen by Tatum. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Cleveland's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Clarkson passes to Burks. Tries to save it, and there's another turnover by the Cavaliers. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And you know what? They were giving away points, missing at the line, a big factor in the outcome.
I'm just wondering if this home crowd and the energy worked against them in this one. They might have gotten in their heads just a little bit.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
Nance outside. Tatum against Burks. All sorts of time, and that one's good. Harrison's got his first basket. Celtics leading by 23. Hayward goes in. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And as a wing player, Hayward's just so good at attacking the basket. I think that's a big part of what makes him special. Doesn't take much of an opening for Hayward to make his move.
And he gets the bucket. Boston with the ball. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
Never really perfect on the offensive end, and probably 1 or 2 possessions they'd love to have back, but on the whole, a tremendous synergy on offense.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. And there's the bucket from Tatum.
And Tatum already showing some efficiency from beyond. Fantastic at getting the position he wants for the shot.
And so it's the Boston Celtics holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more in store for you right after this. The Celtics have shown their toughness and their determination. Kyrie Irving talks about what he sees in his own teammates.
What's going to separate us is how close we are. And when we're in the trenches together, I'm looking to my left and to my right and knowing that these guys have my back.
They certainly do.
And the Celtics have assembled some hard-nosed, unselfish players. Really no better group for Irving to surround himself with.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Celtics here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
Well, you just start to wonder, how did we get to this score at the end of 1? I think those steals really established momentum in their favor.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Jordan Clarkson is out there with Harrison. Then there's Channing Frye. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Nance in at the 4 slot. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, last season started with that horrific injury to Gordon Hayward's leg. Now, it's been a long road back for him, but he took heart in the encouragement he received, not just from his family, but from so many well-wishers. He said, "You realize how lucky you are to have people from all over supporting you." Guys?
David, I think everyone is rooting for his complete recovery. Thanks for that report. Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Yeah, and when Tatum is scoring this efficiently, it can almost be like an avalanche. He can completely overwhelm defenses
with his versatility offensively.
And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. To the inside, here's Burks. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Burks has got 6 in the quarter.
You can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. I'd like to see his guys step up a little more.
And the shot goes in.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
For Cleveland, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Here's Clarkson. Off target from three-point range. The Celtics on offense. Here's Tatum. Buries it down low. Tatum's got 22 points.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Clarkson kicks to Fry. Burks against Tatum. They get a hand on it. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Hayward can't hit.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
And how about that show of confidence from Tatum? He really excels at playing above the rim and taking that one home.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk things over. Try to stop what's been a brutal run.
Yeah, he's got to use every device at his disposal at this point, and I think he wants to give other guys a breather right now.
Some changes here for the Celtics. Marcus Morris comes in for Tatum. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Marcus Smart. And then for Cleveland, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Nance. Osman comes in for Burks. And Hood subbed in for Jordan Clarkson. The floater. Rebound Boston. Brown feeling it out a bit. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Rodney Hood.
And Brown is a guy who is constantly seeking contact. Defenders have to be more cautious around him.
For Boston, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Brown.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. To the paint. And Thompson kicks to Fry. To halt the run. The shot by Harrison, no good. For Boston, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Here's Brown. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Thompson dishes to Hood. Misses the 3.
Man, that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed that he blew that chance.
Brown, good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Fry. Back to Harrison. That shot missing. And the Celtics going the other way now.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Saturday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Monday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets.
And for that matchup with the Kings, it's going to be a bit of a measuring stick for them. See just how they stack up with a team that most would feel has the edge.
Here's Harrison, and the layup's good off the glass.
And you'll take that shot every time down. Beautiful work all the way around.
Down low, by Hood.
And when you let Brown get close to the hoop, you face the consequences. Just a tremendous athlete with unreal dunking ability.
And it's Harrison with the ball for the Cavaliers. The pass to Fry. Good on the wing. Cleveland moving it around. And that one's good, Harrison.
Always tough to work the closer you get to the basket. Nice job of finding an angle on the pass there.
Brown outside. Hands it from downtown. Brown's got 10 points in the quarter.
Great to see Brown drop that perimeter jumper, showing off his terrific stroke from beyond the arc.
And Thompson kicks to Hood. Passes to Harrison. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Harrison's got 8.
Now you could just tell in his gait and in the look on his face, he's in a great rhythm after a terrific first quarter. He is feeling it here in the second.
The Cavaliers have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Here's Hood. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You got to be careful with Rodney Hood. You love to watch him work the defense over, get inside and draw fouls like that.
The Cavaliers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
No good on the free throw.
Rodney Hood is a guy who's out here to stretch the floor and mix up his game a little bit, trying to regain some confidence in what he can provide offensively.
Al Horford's checked in for Aaron Baines. Cleveland also making some changes. Ante Zizic is checked in for Fry. And it's Sexton in for Andrew Harrison. That's off as well, so he misses both.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Cleveland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Hood kicks to Zizic. He lobs it up. That shot off the mark. And so it's Boston with it. Horford finds Hayward. And Hayward at the stuff.
And Horford really showing off his slick passing with that dime.
Here's Sexton. He's got 13. Pass to Zizic. To the inside, Osman. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Oh, man, gotta love that pass there. Couldn't ask for a better one.
And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got assist number 5 here tonight.
An efficient scorer inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Sexton, the pass to Hood. Inside. And it's sent back by Horford. They recover it. The open look here for Sexton. Drains it from beyond the arc. Sexton's got 16 points.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot.
Basket good.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
And it's Hood in the corner. Trying to get open is Thompson. And the 3 off target. Here's the Celtics with the ball. Here's Brown. Cavaliers with the rebound. Thompson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Hood deciding where to go with it. They get a hand on it. Here's Osman, defended by Hayward, and that one's good. Osman.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
From 12 feet out. That one doesn't go. Cavaliers go the other way with it. To the left side wing. Feeds to Sexton. Rebound, Boston. Morris has got his 7th rebound here tonight. The shot's good from Gordon Hayward. 10 points for him.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind. Right now they're winning because of him. Love the shots that he's taking, and he's got the green light.
Sexton kicks to Zizic. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Well, he made some kind of adjustment to his game after a poor first half. He's been impressive shooting the ball during the second.
Here's Brown. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Smart's checked in for the Celtics. Kyrie Irving comes in for Terry Rozier. Boston shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. And Cleveland with a change here, too. David Nwaba is checked in for Rodney Hood.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Brown.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Sexton with it. Guarded now by Irving. Osman. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's Morris for 3. And it's Zizic with the rebound. Cleveland's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. To the wing on the left. Kicks to Thompson. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Thompson shoots such a high percentage on the inside. Most of his shots coming around the rim.
And it's Irving missing. The Cavaliers shooting in the second quarter 46%. Right at the free throw line. Sexton's shot is good. Sexton's got 18 points.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
And that one's good, Irving.
He keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Boston making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. Nancy's checked in for the Cavaliers. Alec Burks comes in for Jetty Osman. Boston on D. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Here's Tatum. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Cavaliers shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Celtics ball.
We see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Irving.
And really what jumps out to me about this shot chart is just how aggressive he's been when on the floor. I mean, he's doing everything he can to get as close to the hoop as possible before putting up that shot, and it's worked out in a big way for him and his team.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And Nwaba has it in the corner. Nance outside. Burks against Smart. And Sexton has it in the corner. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's his first foul. Jordan Clarkson each checked in for Cleveland.
Cavaliers substitution. Jordan Clarkson.
Irving with the ball. And Burks picks him up defensively.
Well, from our angle, that looked like that was going in. But defense, fantastic how they contested it.
KG, I wanted to give you a special thanks for joining us, helping us with the call tonight. You always have a seat at this table to broadcast any of our games.
Oh, man, thank you, man. I appreciate you letting me come through, man. It was an honor, man, seriously.
We'll do it again soon.
Let me know, man.
That's
Let me
KG.
know.
That's the great Kevin Garnett.
My dog.
I'll tell you, Brent, when it comes to exuding a youthful energy, KG is one of those timeless personalities. He's so great to have him with us.
There's really nothing you could do to hold Kevin Garnett back. And I remember as a rookie, we came in the same year, Kevin. KG would be out there warming up, sweating, getting ready for a game. That didn't change over the course of 20-plus years in the NBA.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around it.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And he's probably looking at some matchups on the floor he'd like to take advantage of.
I'm interested in what he's seeing and then what kind of play they run coming out of this timeout.
There's 21 seconds left now here in the second. And Nance kicks to Burks. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Burks has got 8 points here in this quarter. Now here's Irving. Tight defense on him. And he comes up with the deuce.
Feels like he's taking nothing but shots he knows he's going to knock down. Kyrie playing sharp here.
Here's Sexton. And it's sent back by Horford. And they're able to recover. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. It's the Celtics opening up a huge gap. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what was your plan for tonight?
I was trying to get assists in the beginning, and I'm just having a good time out here. Got it going a little bit. Enjoying myself.
Okay, Kyrie, we'll see you in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 38 points, 5 steals, and 3 assists. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
As many people predicted, Kyrie Irving taking his game to a new level. One of the league's greatest finishers at the rim, which is ironic since, for the most part, he plays below the rim. Has the pure jump shot, underrated passer, and just beats you in so many ways.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, you live by the 3 and you die by the 3. And today, they're dying. And as cold as they've been behind the arc, they keep firing from deep. What are you doing? I know they got a lot of ground to make up, but they can't continue with this game plan. Not working.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And as we return, we get a look at the Boston skyline. Those drone cameras are really something. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, on the cut, off the dribble, he is a factor, and we saw that in the first half.
Coaches talk about having slashers on the team, and this is what they do. They get into the heart of the defense. They force difficult rotations. He's been tough to contain.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Let's talk about team defense, Brent. To develop trust, it seems like guys have got to communicate on the floor.
I talk to my friends often who ask me about playing an NBA game and playing defense. They first start with saying that I didn't play any, but the second thing we get to, Kevin, is talking about really how intricate good defenses can be. You talk about communication, that's one thing, but throughout the course of the season, you build so much sweat equity on defense and trust by knowing that somebody's going to be behind you, hearing that voice consistently, but positions on the floor where you almost develop play sets as a defensive team. Now, when you reach that level, that's the upper echelon, but that's when it really gets fun to be down on that end, to shut a team down, to keep a crowd quiet. Defense always begins with great communication.
So many things, rotations and playing angles and having the guy in back, you know what you can do well, what you can't do well if you're ahead of him.
Well, that, Kevin, and also great teams who are adaptable to make changes on the fly. All of a sudden, a dead ball, coach calls out a different coverage. You want to mess up the team's rhythm on the other end, and five guys, they snap to it and can carry out that defensive assignment in one play call. That's great defense.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Boston. Irving at point with Brown to his side. They're the backcourt. Down low, it's Morris and Horford. And it's Tatum in at the 3 spot.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him. Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. To the middle, here's Thompson. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Thompson's got his second bucket of the night.
Tough for teams to combat Tristan Thompson's physical play down there on the inside. Even when you get a hand up, he's capable of draining the shot. He's hit the proverbial switch, effortlessly finding different ways to score.
Now, here's Sexton. He's covered by Irving. To the middle. It's stolen by Brown. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break, and finished off by Brown.
I love the attitude of Brown. If he sees a fast break opportunity, he's seizing it without a second's hesitation.
It's stolen by Brown. And good, he hits it again.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Sexton the pass to Thompson. Thompson is double. And a wide open look for Hood. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Here's the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. And that one, good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
To the paint, here's Sexton. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Timeout.
Sexton's got 20.
You know, we've seen this with Sexton in college, and he can get into a zone and just take over a game offensively.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. This is the second year with the sponsored patches on the jersey. Advertising, more or less. Have you gotten used to seeing those things?
Yeah, I think it was no problem last year.
They're small, they're unintrusive,
some
right?
teams did some really cool creative things with the color schemes, and I don't think we've seen the last of that, Kevin.
You see it in European games on their jerseys.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to recognize the number with how many advertisements are on the jerseys.
But billboard.
Yeah, I don't think we're done with it yet.
Boston making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Morris. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Harrison's checked in. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Horford. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
Tristan Thompson with some force on that one.
And so it's Boston with it. Shot from the low block. Horford makes it off the glass. Horford's got 8 points.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
Yeah, I think they have been winning the battle of shot selection here in the second half, and that's led to an excellent shooting percentage from the field.
Now, here's Sexton. T right on him, and that one's good. Osman.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Here's Brown. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got his 7th assist here tonight.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Sexton kicks to Thompson. Here's Harrison. No good that time. Some solid defense from Brown.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true, and here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
Now, here's Sexton. Rozier defending, and the basket is good. He has 5. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Boston. Here's Brown. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
For Cleveland, they've gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. There's Harrison. He's covered by Brown. Now back to Nwaba. Osman kicks to Harrison. That 3 off the mark. Harrison's gotten just 4 of his 10 shots to fall here, shooting 40%. And that one drops for him. Brown's got 8 here in the quarter.
And that's where Brown is at his best, a muscular beast who loves finishing strong through the contact.
Here's Osman, guarded by Tatum. Uncovered, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Harrison's got 10 points in the game. Here's Brown. Sinks that one from the post.
Just don't touch him right now, okay? You're going to burn yourself. The guy is on fire.
Harrison in the corner. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Celtics.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Tatum. Yep, that one goes. Tatum's got 34.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
There's the 3. And it's Osman missing.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And it's blocked. Now, here's Sexton. He's tightly guarded. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Sexton's got 22.
A dangerous scorer from mid-range. Sexton loves to take that shot when he gets it in rhythm.
And when the Celtics traded out of the first overall pick in 2017, many, Greg, thought they were settling for Jason Tatum for team needs. But he might be the best overall player in that draft.
Listen, the Celtics said they would have been fine taking Tatum first overall, and I believe him. I mean, Tatum looks like he could be a superstar very early in his career and does everything at a high level and is already a terrific shooter from deep. Plus, he just has a poise and an air about his game that speaks of superstar.
And that one falls for Tatum. And some changes here for the Celtics. Hayward comes in for Al Horford. And Smart subbed in for Jaylen Brown. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Ante Zizic is checked in for Thompson. Nance comes in for David Nwaba. Burks, he's checked in for Jetty Osman. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Sexton. Both good from the line that time.
You look at the roster turnover that the Cavs have had the last few seasons. A lot of trades made, some hits and some misses. And you know the front office willing to make some deals to try to get this train back on the right track.
Burks' shot is good.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
Here's Baines. And it's Zizic with the rebound. And with the trades this Cavs team has made, several blockbuster deals in the last few years.
Well, they have a tough payroll situation that they're trying to deal with and manage and manipulate. And it's tough for a young GM to try to find a way between sticking with what they've done, or is it a time to try to start to develop something for their future? You give them credit for doing everything in their power to still compete.
And how about Tatum there, using his muscle, easily absorbing the contact and still able to knock down the shot.
Jason Tatum at the line with 1 shot.
One shot.
Brett, last season the league cut back on timeouts. Are you hearing any other ideas of how to reduce the duration of some of these games?
There was also the idea last year where they put it into place where right after the second quarter ended, they put you on a 15-minute clock in between halftime.
It started immediately.
And I thought that was ideal. So if you're at a game and you get to see the dog jumping through the hula hoop.
Which you love.
I love it.
I know.
It's only going to last the 7 or 8 minutes before the teams come back out. And I thought last year that helped the game speed along. And I think they sped up last year, if I'm not wrong, Kevin, by about 3 minutes time.
I'm glad when you go out there and balance the dishes on your head. That's always been so fun to watch.
There's only one red panda, Kevin.
I know. And then slams it in.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Here's Hayward. Nance gets the rebound. And so Clarkson will bring it up for Cleveland. On its way from Burks for 2. Gordon Hayward comes up with the rebound.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Clarkson finds Nance. Burks on the wing. To the right side. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. It's Smart with the drive. Lays it up off the glass.
And that's about as easy as it gets. Not many guys are going to blow wide open layups at the professional level like that.
Clarkson passes to Zizic. Clarkson against Rozier from 11 feet away. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Just a little lackluster so far with his effort. He's been very limited due to his poor shooting.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
They get it back. Burks' shot is good. Burks has got 14 points for the game.
I like the physicality there on the glass on full display. Great at hitting the boards and then capitalizing off the second chance opportunity.
A minute 42 left in the third. Now, here's Clarkson. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Here's Tatum. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Tatum's got 43 points.
Yeah, and Tatum showing consistency now from the mid-range. And when he has space to shoot it, he does not hesitate even for a second.
Burks can't get it to go.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
The Celtics have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. Now a timeout called by Boston.
And sometimes you just want a reminder of what our objectives are tonight.
Yeah, get everyone on the same page and point it in the right direction.
checked in for the Celtics. Cleveland also making some changes. Channing Frye's checked in for Zizic, and Hood subbed in for Andrew Harrison. That's good from Rozier.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And so he hits both. Well, Cleveland shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Inside. No good from Fry.
Ooh, the D did just enough to keep him from scoring. Thought that was in for sure.
Smart goes in. From down in the low post, it goes. Smart's got 4 this quarter. 41 seconds left in the third. Well, Cleveland shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Smart. And now here's Rozier, the fast break chance. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 10 assists. Rozier's gone 4 for 5 from the floor tonight. Just 1 miss. And he uses the glass on the layup.
You're going to burn yourself when you get up that close to Clarkson. He's explosive.
Rozier the pass to Morris. Tatum uses the glass to finish the layup. Tatum's got 17 now just in the second half.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Hood against Smart. Down low and stolen by Hayward. And here we go. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Boston Celtics. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And we'll be right back after this.
You know I come around and rock it. You know I come around and rock it. You know I come around and rock it. Hold up. You know I come around and rock it. Oh my God. Oh my God.
And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Cavaliers shooting at 51%. Really solid. So on the floor for Cleveland, they've got Clarkson. He's out there with Alec Burks. Hood out there with Channing Frye.
And I really like how fast Tatum gets off the ground. At 6'8", dunking comes easily, but he's got that forceful mind to pursue the ball.
And stolen by Tatum. And the shot is good. Tatum's got 49 points in the game.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you can turn it up.
It's good.
Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
Here's Rozier. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And the Cavaliers with possession. Here's Clarkson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Well, Clarkson can get inside. He's athletic to do that, and then needs the touch in that area. Showed it off there.
Tatum. Commissioner Adam Silver has balanced his comments between wanting parity, Brent, and recognizing there are always going to be super teams. Is there middle ground there?
Is there middle ground?
I don't know.
I don't think so. You would like to have some of the teams just be more competitive than they are, but some of the creative, circuitous routes that teams have taken to put themselves into position to get better, younger talent has decimated.
What do you call that?
I don't have a term for it.
Okay.
I don't like the one that's used, so
Yeah.
I don't have a term for it. Let's just call it setting yourself up for the future, Kevin.
Looking ahead.
Yes, exactly. So I just don't think you'll ever get it. You do hope that some of the starving franchises do have some success for the fans who have they've had to bear a lot. So you root for them.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Clarkson kicks to Burks. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
No defender is going to have a shot against that kind of play. He's just too tall to stop that close to the rim.
Here's Rozier. Can't hit that one. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Pass to Clarkson. There's the three. Rebound, Boston.
Well, he's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now, a bit out of rhythm.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
That's his third.
There's no longer a home and road designation as far as light and dark jerseys. Is that an issue at all?
Not really. It's a little off-putting some games where you just flip on and your
Trying
brain's
to figure out where they are. Exactly.
Where is this game being played?
Yes.
But with how many alternate jerseys last year teams had and specialty jerseys they had, it's a lot of fun to see the apparel companies paint a different picture on the floor. Well, he's putting his game right in the face of the defense right now and just driving into the paint to get contact.
Hood against Smart, and Smart over to help. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hood.
Some turnovers necessary. That one, not so much.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Sexton's checked in. The Celtics have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Smart. Not really his range, and it's off target. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Burks can't get it to go. Boston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
Cleveland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. Burks has got 4 this quarter.
Great positioning on the glass, jumping all over that miss and sticking it back in.
To the inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. They'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Thursday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks.
And that one against the Bulls, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Free throw good. Burks. Game is so wide open now, Brent. Such a great pace. Does that put more strain on bigger players physically?
I think it's putting strain on everybody. Yeah. I think last year we saw...
regardless of size.
Yeah, injuries to every position, the key guys at every position. I think that some of the physical motions that players have to perform in games because they're covering more ground and in susceptible positions, it's happening to everybody. The issue with the big guys, Kevin, is they're not playing. Less of them are getting more important time on the floor, so it's a strain on everybody.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Now here's Sexton. He's covered by Irving. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Banked in off the glass. Irving's got 56 points in the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
The Celtics have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Off target with his 3.
Well, he made 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't found a way to connect again from outside during the second.
Inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Fry's got 4 this quarter.
And if you keep working around on offense to find the mismatch, you can find easy points.
For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Preston. It's rebounded by Tice. Boston's gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And it's Brown missing. The Cavaliers shooting about 45% from the floor in the fourth. To the inside, Burks. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Burks has got 12 points here in the second half.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Connects from three-point range.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
The pass to Fry. Burks on the wing. They are now showing NBA games in virtual reality. You and I have actually seen some examples of that. They can recreate almost any angle. Have you gotten a headset?
I haven't gotten a headset, Kevin, but I have watched it. You and I have talked about it several times.
Many times.
It's an amazing experience, and it will only get better. But I really think about if I was a kid growing up in Germany or Italy, and I had an opportunity to pull on a pair of goggles and to watch the game's greatest players from a seat at half court or the cameras that they set up underneath the goal at either end. What a fantastic way to be enveloped by the NBA game.
It's a cool view.
It's a very cool view, and it's only going to get better.
Up and over the defender with one hand. Outstanding.
Oh, yeah. Looked like the D had a good chance to cut him off until he made his move. Greg to the hoop. Passes it to Fry. Here's Thompson. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And that's how you set up your teammates. Done with a little bit of flair.
Baseline J on the way. And again, Kyrie Irving.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Trying to cut into this lead. Bad time for a miscue.
Yeah, they may have some ants in the pants right here. You just have to take what the defense gives you.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. The league and players union, Brent, both have expressed supporting guys who express their views and social concerns. You like that?
Well, I think it's amazing the way the league has backed some of the avenues with which players have used their voices.
Embraced.
Well, extending well beyond just saying things, Kevin, because we know actions speak louder than words, and there are so many guys around our league that do important philanthropic work. But the fact that the league supports all of those things, the fact that you see Adam Silver show up at some of these events, or that there's press releases from the league office about some of the things guys are doing, there's amazing cohesion when it comes to the league and its players, because they understand that everything that they're doing has such a significant impact in the communities in which they live in and around the game with which we all love.
Well said. Harrison passes to Burks. Back to Harrison. And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, that's pretty much a perfect pass, and that's also alliteration.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Celtics. Here's Brown. From down in the low post, it goes. Brown's got 29 in the game.
And you aren't going to slow down Brown when he's scoring the ball like this. He is simply on a tear.
A shot by Burks. Nobody around. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Boston now. They're on a 17-6 run. Here's Brown. Banked in off the glass. Brown's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you got to respect how accomplished Brown is down low, destroying whoever is in his way.
The feed now to Burks. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Yeah, this team would be in some bad shape, guys, if he wasn't scoring like this right now.
Here's Irving. Yet another bucket. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
Burks on the wing. He's covered by Brown. Sexton's shot is good.
And it's important Sexton makes those. The more he hits from outside, the more the floor will open up.
He hits Brown with the drive. Basket counts. Brown's got 33 points.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
Yeah, shooting at a very high percentage right now. This one extending the lead.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. Good, that's another bucket.
He is simply unconscious here tonight. Nobody can stop him right now.
GA, the points keep coming, and he's climbing up that scoring ladder. Third on the list, well in sight.
And his scoring tonight has dropped him into the conversation with some of the all-time greats. I'm talking about names like Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant. Simply amazing what we've seen here. Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
And good that time.
You know, not bashful about positioning himself inside. Sexton knows he has what it takes to score from there.
And Kyrie Irving again.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you know you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night.
And Fry kicks to Sexton. Plays it up off the glass. Sexton's got 11 in the second half.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
Here's Tice. And another basket for Boston. Here's Sexton. Adam Silver has said there's probably more basketball being watched and played, Brent, in China than anywhere else in the world. How long before you think we see our next Chinese superstar in this league?
That's going to be interesting when that does happen. Obviously, the type of mark that Yao Ming made in the NBA, it's going to be hard for anybody to match the kind of impact, not just in the game, but what he did globally for the NBA. It just won't happen again. But I'm looking forward to, heck, not just the next Chinese player, but a Japanese player, somebody from India where they love the NBA game, to start to find their way onto rosters in the league.
They're coming. I mean, there's going to be someone before long.
No doubt.
Here's Tice. And no good, trying to use the glass. The Cavaliers shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Burks' shot is good.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Boston.
And another one falls.
And that score moving him clear into third all-time for scoring in a game.
Well, G.A., you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished either.
Well, he has already cleared Wilt Chamberlain's 78 points. Next up is Kobe's 81. And if he passes that mark, the basketball world is going to be talking about this guy for years.
And, yep, another basket.
The good times keep rolling. Now tied for second all-time in scoring for a game.
Well, you know, the way he's been able to maintain his focus on offense all game, GA, the defense throws everything at him, but he still is scoring. Connects again.
And he is ripping through this defense and continues his assault on the record book.
That score moving him clearly into second place for most points in a game.
To think that he has eclipsed Kobe's mark of 81 and now has his sights set on 100, this is a game you'll be talking about for decades.
Offensive rebound, Burks. A beautiful reverse layup.
Timeout.
Burks has got 30 points.
That's as good as it gets right there. Beautiful reverse layup in traffic.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're up. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Celtics dancers.
get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Seven-second difference, shot and game clock, and the layup falls.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
To the middle, got a piece of it. Brown, good. Brown's got 37.
And you can tell they're ready to start celebrating a well-deserved victory here tonight.
Yeah, you can see the fans, they've already started celebrating themselves. A gutty performance.
Now Burks. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Nice win tonight. What was your thought process coming into the game?
I was just going out there trying to compete on every play, trying to play as much defense as possible. Just sticking to our game plan. We had a game plan going in, and we executed.
Got it done at both ends of the floor, Kyrie. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. See you next time.